Dre long pan a topic, Ali pan a rocket. Muscle confusion in my try make logic. Dre if it stop it when Rochelle upon a unicorn. Common sense, coming back to base like a uniform. Gwan. Best podcast in the broadcast. Listen when indoors, listen first class. Talk about enough things, make you start laugh. Best podcast in the world. Wagwan. Best podcast in the world.
Wagwan, everybody, Wagwan.
Yeah, we're there.
Greetings from the Most High. Joe!
Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. We have a YouTube channel. If you don't already know, now you know. The YouTube channel is the Wagwan Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share any of our content. Feel free to tell a friend.
Yes. And if you want us to talk about something that you want to hear about, email us at wagwanpodcasts@gmail.com, WAHGWAN podcast@gmail.com. And we're also on Instagram. Follow us, comment. Yeah.
We're also found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, and all your other favorite streaming platforms. If it's a platform for streaming, we are definitely on it. Make sure you check us out.
Wagwan, everybody.
What's up?
Whoa.
My face said them something that get worse every week, to be honest. But okay.
So, guys, we have an episode today for the ages. I have to keep coming up with great announcements for our podcast episodes. We have an intern. Our intern's name is Lily.
Yeah.
She joins us today. Hello, Lily.
Hi, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I love that.
Everyone.
I love that.
You are a part of the family for real.
Every day is your birthday. I love that.
Every day is a birthday.
Oh,
Your
my
birthday.
God. All right, Lily, you fit it. You have passed the test and you fit in. So today, our subject is what, Rochelle?
My body, my choice. Period.
Okay, people. Sit back, relax, buckle up, grab some tea and wine, and let's see where Rochelle takes us on her unicorn today.
Okay, so first of all, gentlemen, there are several things that we have to break down first. All right, what do we mean by choice? What does that word mean to you? What's your definition of choice?
Choice to me would have to be an opportunity, and not just being given one, but being given an option of opportunities.
Whoa.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
This Mr. Intellectual esoteric.
Mercy.
So I mean, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Choice is, having the ability to make a decision on multiple options. So.
Okay. So let me ask you, men, this is for the men now. Do you believe you should have a choice if it's your body?
Yes, I do think so. I do think I should. Why? Because it's my body.
Okay. So do you think that women... Oh, sorry. Ali, go ahead. Answer that question for me.
I will not be taking no male birth control.
What about vasectomy? There was actually a whole article written by men about doing vasectomies, and one man, he actually did it, and he said it was very painless, and he tracked himself for like a week or two after the surgery, and he said the at the height of his pain, it was about 4 out of 10, and he believed after his wife carried all the kids, the wife did all of that, that was the least he could do to help with the family.
Whatever happened to pulling out?
First of all, Ali, this is 2022. No man now pull out. And everybody pull out game week, so we're not going to go there.
Nah, mine's is on soup. Mine's is on Betty Crocker. My pull-out game, ain't nothing getting baked, overcooked.
You not bussing, so I don't know what you pulling out for. Ain't you Mr. Semen retention?
Listen, true that, but
I do remember him saying that though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I did say that.
Remember.
I try to practice that a lot, but
so therefore there should be no.
If you're a grown man,
there.
If you're a grown man, you should be able to have control over yourself and know this means kid or plan Bs, and this means freedom.
What the hell? I got lost right there, but it's okay. I agree with that man. Literally, I felt like you were talking about me because my wife got a bunch of kids and she didn't do the C-section, and I was just like, not C-section, the tying the tubes thing. And when kid number 3 came, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna take one for the team.
Yeah,
so I went and did it.
Yes, Dre. Yeah.
Which team was that, Dre? Was that Team Dre?
Me.
Which team was that?
Yeah, Team My Household. Team My Household. Because I'm not pulling out. What's the name of your song?
Body in a pum pum forever.
All right. So we're not pulling out of that.
Poor Lily. Remember we have a poor Lily. She forgot bed when we finish. Okay. All right. So, gentlemen, what is your take on women? Do you think women should have that same right where we decide what goes on with our body?
Yes, I think you should have full control of it.
I don't even like politicians, number one, and then much less them never working a day in their life and deciding what women should do. That they just disgust me, those men especially.
So I don't know if you ever heard that the people who are always like against something are the ones that are actually doing it, like 1,000%. Right? Like there's so many Republican politicians who are, for like anti-abortion. They're all against everything. However, then you hear the story of them bringing their side pieces to get abortions. Have you gentlemen heard any of those stories?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I don't follow politicians that
I don't follow them neither, but I love to get their tea. When the tea is strong, I'm gonna be drinking that tea.
I see. No, I've never heard of. I mean, so look, I've heard that a lot of times when men are vociferously against homosexuals, a lot of times you find them being caught in some homosexual act, or a lot of these Republicans who is against social services, a lot of them are also participating in these social services. So I mean, they might not be participating in what's the one that lower income people use, what's it called,
welfare.
Right. So they might not be participating on social services under the welfare banner, but they get stupid tax breaks from the government or tax incentives from the government, which is also social service program. So
as a
They're a
matter of
bunch of
fact,
hypocrisies.
I agree. I agree. Because you have way more light-skinned people on welfare than the dark-skinned people in which they want everybody to believe the opposite is true. Right? So
I never even heard of that. Oh,
really?
you mean Caucasian people when you say like
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
they
Yes.
are the ones on welfare. They are the welfare queens.
I
But
thought
not
you meant
opposed.
light-skinned black people.
Oh, no. I'm talking the people that are from the Caucasus Mountains. All right. So there's another thing that I want to discuss before we even get into my body, my choice. So, gentlemen, have you ever heard that the men products are actually cheaper and are not subject to taxes versus women feminine products?
What are men products? Deodorant?
Deodorant, razors, right? Even the briefs for men, like the Depends and all those things for the older population. So all those masculine products, the feminine products, even shaving cream, all of those things, normally the ones for men are way cheaper than the female counterparts. And the ones for men are not actually taxed. Did you know that?
That's not true. It might be cheaper. I'm not sure how much cheaper. I never really pay attention to female deodorants when I go.
Oh, I
to
do.
Well, but everybody's paying taxes when you go and tally up yourself at the cash register. Taxes being charged on everything. So
no, not everything. Have you
tell
ever been
me
to the
what.
Dollar Tree? Have you ever been to the Dollar Tree before? Certain things have
No.
taxes, certain things do not have taxes. If you shop at Walmart, certain things come with taxes, others do not. So not everything is actually taxed, and they have the ability to tell you what is not taxed and what is actually taxed. All right. So on that note, let's talk about something else. Did you know that?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say this.
Yeah.
A lot of men help build this country.
Okay.
I'm
so
not
what I have to
saying,
do?
and fought wars, and I'm not saying that women don't deserve a break, but now women are building the country more and shaping it. But in the past, men have built and shaped the country. And if they were to get a discount, there's a lot of veterans on the street that have gone crazy from wars, So I understand that why men would get a smaller break. But now it's going to be women's turn. The cycle is going to flip over to women.
Hold on.
Yes.
So are you saying the men that make more than women, the men who do the same job as women, as women, and get a higher pay package should get a break?
No, that's
the
not fair.
women who are
That's not
actually
fair.
working the same should not get a break because we were not allowed by men to join the army, and therefore now the men who got a choice to join the army, they should now get a choice to get a break.
Yo, I don't know about you, but I don't want to. I wouldn't want to join the army and fight a war if I was a woman.
No, I'm not defending army or not. I'm just asking you if that is what you're trying to say. I just want you to
saying
a woman getting paid less is terrible.
Okay. So we're getting paid less for the same job, and we have to be paying more for the same products that we use. That's not my body, my choice. That comes under the umbrella. We don't have a choice. We have to get sanitary napkins. So therefore, it is not a choice. We're not getting a choice with that.
I think that should be free.
Wait.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Ali. I agree with you.
Y'all are Ali's just playing. So
let's
be clear.
Okay, go be clear.
There are levels to sanitary napkins, correct?
What do you mean?
So some are better than some, right?
In every product,
right.
some better than some. Yes.
Right. So the ones that are better have better technology in them. Well, first off, most female products, right, have to have they have to be calculated enough because women's body chemistry is more particular than men. So certain things might throw off your pH balance and all these different things. So because of the sensitivity that women carry in their body naturally, I would assume that the products made for women would be more involved, have more technology, and so would, in a sense, then cost more than men products. Men don't have a whole heap of products outside of lotion and deodorant and shampoo.
Okay,
But
so let me just so Dre, to that, I'm gonna say this. Since college, I've had men deodorant and women deodorant. And I'm gonna tell you something. The men deodorant is of a higher standard than the woman deodorant.
because
So
we stink.
but so you should be paying more for your stinkness, but to pay less. That's what I'm trying to say. Your soap is more potent than a woman's soap, as you rightly said, but yet we are paying more for our soap. No woman should put soap inside their vagina. That is going to throw off your pH. That's the only pH that I know of that can get thrown off. Me using a little deodorant, men are as sensitive under the arms and in those areas. So that's the same sensitivity. You have some men who they can't use certain things and blah, 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 can't use certain razors, just like women. However, when you compare it neck by neck, right, then men products are always at a higher level and at a lower cost compared to women products. It is not a question. Google it right now. The cost of Secret deodorant versus the cost of Old Spice. Just Google that.
So
Right off the bat.
here's you just solve a problem.
What is the
Buy
problem?
men's stuff. Don't
I
buy
do.
women's stuff.
I actually do. I buy men razors because guess what? They actually have more of the razor blades in the men razors. The woman, it's cute and it's pink. One little razor blade. If it is scrape a little foot 6 times. The man when you buy it, one scrape, everything scrape off. So I only use men deodorant when I'm going to work, man deodorant when I am going out on a cute little date or a nice little night out. I use a female one. If I go to church, depending on how long I'm going to be at church, it could go any which way. You get what I'm saying? But I tend to buy men products because I know the quality I'm getting is way better than women product. But again, that is still not a choice women have to make because our products are so much always more expensive than men products. So my next question to you, gentlemen, do you think that a man should have a right if a woman wants to have an abortion?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because she is not the only person that I think her choice should be more heavily weighed than his, but he should have a choice because she's not the only person that created that baby. He's a parent as well. So I think he should have a choice. How strong of a gravity you place on his choice, I don't know. But saying he shouldn't have a choice, I don't think that's right either.
Okay.
I think if you don't give the man a choice, then if the choice is not his, then he shouldn't have to pay child support for that child.
I knew Ali was going to say that.
But I mean, think about this. A woman can just get an abortion and not care about the man and his thoughts and feelings, and the man has to just go on life thinking about that, you know? Vice versa, a man can be like, yo, we made a mistake, I'm not ready to have this kid. And all of a sudden he has to pay bills that he wasn't ready for.
Do you believe that sex is a contract that you are literally stating like what goes on in that bedroom is now a decision given to your partner?
That was a high level question. Bring it down to the Wagwan podcast
So-
listeners here.
All right. So what I'm saying, the mere fact that you go and you decide to have sexual intercourse with this person, right?
Yes.
Should you have already discussed, just in case we get pregnant, you're not gonna get a choice? Or do we then leave it to chance and then whatever happens after sex, then we have the discussion? When should that discussion take place?
You should get a contract signed so that
Before
if she
you have
like
sex.
if she like to get choked, anything were to go wrong and she dies after, at least you had the
What are you
contract
doing,
before.
Ali? Should we worry about you? Should we be worried? Should we be worried?
Dre know what I'm talking about.
Ali is a choker man, a choker woman.
It's a girlfriend, okay, but she passed by, make we see she all right. Let's say you go talk to her, me never see she show up. So come. Dre, what do you think? Are you agreeing with Ali that we should have a contract before we actually get into bed with these partners so that we can discuss if a fetus should develop, then we're gonna have a 70-30 choice going on. Should that be a contract that is said before you lay with somebody?
So I think we should all right. So the time spent in relationships before having children, I think we need to widen that time period, because I think people run into sexual intercourse too quickly. And like you are saying, before certain decisions are made, and then they find themselves in a pickle because unfortunately most men, once they're inside, aren't able to exercise a whole heap of control.
They're not like Ali.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dre, that's so powerful. Like, simultaneously, while there's no child support in this new world I'm creating, people would also choose their partner so correctly that that wouldn't even be a question. Because I would just willingly, even if we don't work out, willingly give money to support our child. You know what I'm saying? But every man ain't like that, and a woman needs to vet that man and see if he's like that or not.
Especially if you're gonna let him between your legs.
Right. Yes.
If you're gonna let some guy between your legs and you know 1 + 1 could equals 2 or should equals 2.
Or 3, it equals 3.
Yeah.
1 + 1 equals 3.
And you're not taking the proper precaution. Then of course you need to do the proper vetting. But the problem is, most people are just so quick to run to do these things. They're not paying attention to the consequences.
A lack of fathers.
Whoa, we're just gonna go right there. Okay.
So, I mean, if you think about it, it's a lack of fathers, yo. It's a lack of fathers mentally being there and physically being there.
I agree with you, Ali. When I watch, because I love watching Paternity Court, and a lot of times when the woman comes with 2 or 3 fathers, and she's always breaking down, and the judge always asks, like, were you raised with your dad? And the answer is always, I never knew my dad, or my dad was never there, or he was there but he was never physically there, as you said, for whatever reason. And now these women are looking for fathers in the wrong places. And the first man to say, you're beautiful, I love you, you're special.
Throw some cash at her. Throw some cash.
I don't even think you need to throw cash. I feel once a woman is getting the attention, you don't even need cash, to be honest, right? Because if I am lacking something.
Who are you and what you did with Rochelle?
I am saying a lot of women, and I'm being real honest right now, a lot of women, it's not even about the cash. It's Are you there for me? Do you listen to me when I'm speaking? If you're making that connection, that woman is going to fall in love with you, and she's going to be vulnerable with you, because that's the role of a father, to be present, to be the protector, to be all of that. So if she finds that outside, it doesn't matter how he look, it don't matter what, she could have 1 + 1 = 3. Right there. So let me ask another question on top of this question. So that question was specifically, if the man is a father, he should have a say in the woman's body, right? That's what you said.
Yes, yeah.
What if he is not a father? What if he's not the father of the baby? Should he get a choice in the woman's decision?
If he's so I see where you're going. No, he shouldn't.
No, I would say no, unless she's suffering mental sickness.
So if she's under mental duress or whatever that's going on, then you believe a man should step in and take over?
Yeah, maybe a man related to her or somebody that can help her. Yeah.
Lily?
You're saying if he's not the father, should he have a choice?
In the woman's body.
Are they together in that scenario? Like she cheated or whatever?
He is not the father. Should he have a choice?
No.
What if he is the father? Should he have a choice?
30%.
Why 30% though? Why 30%? Why not 50-50?
Because is he gonna carry 50% of the baby's body in his stomach? Is he gonna carry 50% of the morning sickness? Like, I don't.
Okay.
I just. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask you a question. When you say my body, my choice, are you talking about only abortions and not to have abortions? Because when I first heard this topic, I actually was thinking about
rape.
No, I was thinking about a man telling you he's a woman now and he can use the female bathroom. And is that his choice to say that because it's his body?
But what if it's a gender neutral bathroom? We don't really have a lot of male and female bathrooms anymore.
Yeah.
We have gender neutral bathrooms.
Yeah.
So I can tell you a really, I don't want to say weird story, but once I went to this, what do you want to call it? Where do people come out and they sing? What is that? It's not karaoke. What is
the
it?
Restaurants you're talking
The
about?
closet? The closet?
No.
I'm coming out.
Yeah. Right. So I didn't know that was where we were going, right? It was like a cabaret show. Cabaret. It was a cabaret show.
Yeah.
And so when I realized the women were the men and the men were the women and they were singing, they were all beautiful. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Their makeup was on point. Okay. And there was like men and women in the crowd. Everybody was, it was beautiful. And I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and somebody was in there and I knocked and somebody said, "Hey, I'll be out in a minute." I was like, "Okay, don't worry about it. That's okay." And then this tall, handsome gentleman came out. His heels were like 10 inches and his makeup was beat to the gods. And I said nothing. If you feel like that's a bathroom you want to use, that's fine. If I'm sending my daughter into any bathroom, I'm going to go with her. And she's 13. I'm still going to go with her. Or I'm going to send my older daughter to go with her because we're going to make sure everybody okay. Because anything can happen at any point in time.
Yeah.
Right? So to me, the bathroom is the least of the struggle.
Dre, what about you?
I feel like this is...
Can I say I'm a cat? Is it my meow?
Meow. Roof.
Is it my body, my choice, or what? You allowed to call me crazy and make decisions for me?
You're actually hijacking Rochelle's.
No. That's a good point, though. I like this.
You want to go there? Okay. So it is your body. It is your choice. And so if you want to do whatever you want to do with your body, you should feel free to do so. What you should not feel free to do is force me to adopt the craziness that you got going on in your head. And we have to agree that there are a whole heap of crazy folks walking around. So if you are a man and you want to identify as a cat and you want to come and talk to me and say meow, I'm going to look at you like you're crazy and I'm going to walk away. If you want to identify as a baby and you're a 48-year-old, I'm going to look at you like you're crazy and I'm going to walk away. There's no way in God's green earth are you that you're going to get me, Andre. Nobody on this planet is going to get me to address a man like a dog or a cat or a fish or a baby.
What about
or
a woman?
Anything.
Denied.
If I look at you and I see a man, I am going to say, sir.
Denied.
Because you look like a man. Now, if you're an ugly woman, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I will apologize for that. But if if you're a man, I'm going to say, sir. And if you want to fight me, we can fight. But you're not going to have me adapt the craziness what going in your head. That should stay in your head. Not try to have me change. Like, look, there was a time when you could send your daughter to the bathroom and not have to worry. Listen to her saying either she's going to have to accompany her child or she has to send.
No, but hold on, Dre. Are you telling me that okay, forget all of that. Are you telling me with this crazy situation where girls, especially Black and brown girls, are being kidnapped at a bigger, higher level than ever before, you would feel comfortable sending your daughter into the bathroom by herself?
So you send two daughters, they both gonna get kidnapped.
No, not the big one. The little one, maybe, not the big one. The big one, we fight people. The little one, only we talk, Lord, but
I have a statement to make, perhaps.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody mentioned that they would have to send their daughter into the bathroom with, with supervision now, like currently now, only just now. And I disagree, because you're making it seem that it's only trans women or people who are now, changing their gender who will do the kidnapping, when that's not even the choice. You're acting like there aren't women predators. There are women predators. Like, let's not make it seem like it's just now happening. Let's not make it seem like it's only coming from one side if we're gonna, like, really dive into it.
Okay. So let's walk down this.
I think we should have been like aware of our children and where they're going, regardless of what anybody's doing. Because if it really is their choice, then that's their choice.
So let's walk down this road with you, Miss Lily. Okay.
So I'm getting addressed now.
Yes, you are getting addressed because you're a female and you wear dresses. That said,
bad joke. That's such a bad joke.
That said, you're right. There have always been predators around, whether it's male or female. However, statistics show that female predators are almost non-existent.
We need to talk about that number.
Hold on.
Non-existent?
I said almost. I never said they are. I said almost. Statistics show that female predators on female kids are almost non-existent. Now, the conversation the left turn that this conversation took added a new element to this predator conversation. Now, if you're asking me, hey,
I see what you're about to say.
It doesn't, it doesn't matter because women are predators too. Maybe you're right. But we just added a whole new species to the population. And that said, I think it's an unreasonable, unnecessary addition to the predator population. I hope you followed my point.
There's a new category of women that can be predators.
When you say unnecessary, could you elaborate?
So,
elaborate without getting us canceled, Dre.
so here's the deal, right? There are people out there that take advantage of other people, right? And because the opportunity presents itself, there are a lot of people in the world that's vulnerable. A man at 150 pounds can overpower. He's about 30 to 40% stronger than a woman at 150 pounds. Okay? So if there are men out there in this world who will go through extraordinary measures to get to do some sinister things. Now, unfortunately, like I've known people that are killers, and when they got caught, they were wearing dresses. Okay? Now,
you're talking about Dudas.
I'm not even talking about Dudas, but I don't know Dudas, so I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about people I know. Right?
Why was they wearing dresses?
Because they were running from the police. They were running from.
Why do you know killers?
Wanna know me? Because we grew up in the Bronx, baby.
We grew up in the hood. I don't know where you grew
Dre
up.
come from Jamaica.
I don't know what you talking about, little girl. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is this. Yes, predators have always been around. But when you create new, okay, I remember 5 years ago, if I walked into a store with a hoodie on and a mask over my face, everybody would be nervous. Today, if I walk into a store with a hoodie on and a mask over my face, nobody looks at me twice. Point I'm trying to make is this. 5 years ago, I could have been going to rob the store, right? Today, I could be going to rob the store, but you're not looking at me anymore because everybody's wearing masks. So I'm just saying, if a guy was out there who his intention is to take advantage of a minor or take advantage of someone who is, less able to defend themselves, this creates the perfect opportunity. And just looking at a person, you can't tell that they're a predator. So I think the most appropriate thing to do, it will cost more money, but I think most people would be comfortable if we created facilities for these new elements that we're adding to our society. There is, I think yesterday, someone was telling me that all over the Post and the different newspapers, they were talking about the guy who is swimming and is beating all the girls. And so now the girls are starting to speak up. And I'm like, took y'all long enough?
Cross, hangry.
Took y'all the hell long enough?
Miserable.
There's a reason men run in different races than women. There's a reason the men times are better than the women times. When you take a woman, when you take a man who is sick and tired of losing and decides, I want to win so bad that I'm going to, okay, fine. Fax News. I don't remember the name of the guy. There's a guy out there. I think
it's Leah Thomas.
What's his name?
Let me look it up.
While Ali looks it up, there's a guy out there who was a swimmer, and he was ranked 50th in the country.
No, 450 something, like
Well,
452
you're
in the
looking
world.
them up. You're looking them up. Tell me about in the world. That's different than the country, though.
Oh, okay.
I think he was like 50th in the country. And all of a sudden, this guy decided, okay, he's now switching genders. He's now want to be a woman. And he enters the race with women now. And he's beating everybody, like by a lot. And everyone should think this is normal. It's not normal. They need to create a transgender field for these transgender people to go and enter. Because look, I'm not trying to say anything about discriminating against people. I'm saying if you are a dude and you now want to be a woman, then you need to be racing with other dudes who want to be women. If you no longer want to be a dude, that means you don't want to race with the guys. You are not supposed to be racing with women who are women and are identifying as women. That's why you have these different separation in the sports. You have men racing against men and women racing against women. Now you have men who are identifying as women racing against women. Of course, the man is that guy's gonna win. And anybody who thinks it was a fair race is a moron. And you're not gonna get me. And I'm speaking for myself, not for the people on the show. You're not gonna get me to think that's normal. You're a dude racing against women. You're supposed to win. Even if you can't swim good, you're gonna win.
Lily, Dre has said a lot. What's your take on it?
I think that he has said a lot.
Yes, that sounds like you can't defend your premise.
It's not that I want to or can't defend it. It's more as I think this would just be a conversation that will go on and stray further away from the topic at hand. However, if you do want to get more into it, I think we should set this as a topic for a future date.
Oh my gosh. All right, intern, you got a lot to learn. Go ahead, Rochelle.
Okay, so all right, hold on. So Dre, are you saying in those cases, it should not be my body, my choice? We should take away that choice because it's no longer their choice.
No, I am saying when you decide that when you're a man and you decide that you're a woman, right? You have now created a new category. You have now created a category that is men that think they are women. That is a category now. So it is unfair to place that new category into an existing category that doesn't apply. Because even a man who identifies as a woman, who is even taking the hormone treatments, that man standing next to a woman the same stature is still stronger and faster than the woman. So when you take that's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of having women racing and one of them is taking steroids. That's what the equivalent is.
His name was Will Thomas.
Right. So you got Will Thomas racing against women now. Come on, man. Of course he's gonna win all the races. And I was hearing in the beginning, oh, they support blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all of y'all are idiots because he's about to win all of y'all. And y'all are the ones that put in all the work in your category. Now he comes and he's gonna demolish all of the efforts that you guys have put in for what you're doing. Whether it's swimming, whether it's basketball, can you imagine LeBron James no longer is good in the NBA and he decides he wants to be a woman?
So
and now he wants to go
so
join
hold
the
on. So long story short is if it comes to sports events, then no man should the trans community should not have a choice. So once it's so in everything else, it's their body, their choice. But once it comes to the competition, then no.
Right, because you have to make sure that all the parameters in this competition is fair. You have to. That's why you test athletes to make sure they're not taking any performance PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, because you have to make sure the plane is level, the playing field is level. So if you genetically is stronger and faster than everybody else, because you are a man and everybody else is a woman, then you shouldn't be allowed to get in that race. I don't understand why that's a foreign concept.
No, I am just asking. That's all I was asking.
Let's talk about the story Facts News, which is related to what we were talking about. Is anybody familiar with the Britney Spears story?
Of her with her censorship?
With her father.
Yeah.
So Britney Spears' father was in control of her for a long time, and then something happened where he became in control of her body and all of her decision making. Lily, you know about that?
A little bit.
Yeah, so what do you guys think about that? He was able to put in an IUD into her body so that she wouldn't get pregnant at a time. She had to get all of her spending approved through him, and he just became this, like, what do you call it, a helicopter dad, or some just this crazy type of manager. And what's your thoughts on that? He was saying Britney Spears was crazy, and that's why he's able to do things like that. So what do you think? Should, like, if a celebrity is, like, in that case of Britney Spears?
Lily, what do you think?
In like that event, would it be okay if somebody else had control over your body?
Yeah, but the allegation was that, she wasn't gonna make the right decisions on her own. And so he had to be there for every step of the way, totally taking away her choices.
At that point, it's not helping somebody make decisions. It's literally controlling their every move. And if they blink without you telling them to, then, oh, you're gonna put out all of these false allegations on them. I think that one is very extreme, and that's why the media had to step in. If we're looking at a more tame version where somebody is having like a manic episode and you have somebody who cares about them stepping in and going, okay, well, instead we'll do this, or putting them into therapy, it's way different. But what happened with Britney was just out of control.
And I think, again, that was all about men taking over the ownership of a woman, right? For example, if you know that you think she's going crazy, get her the help she needs, and then but you can't decide to permanently take it away. That's not your right. It's not, right? And then you over there spending her money, you over there finding lawyers to go against her with her money. You over there going on shopping trips, buying anything you want, finishing her money. That was never about Britney Spears. It was never.
I think some men have a hard time dealing with the fact that their daughter is gonna one day have sex.
And I think a lot of men can't deal with the fact that they're not in charge of everything. Calm down, sit down, right? So let's
Yes.
talk, let's go to the meat of the matter now. Let's talk about the politicians who 99.9% of them are old, shrivel up, little penis men making decisions
Tiny,
on
tiny.
women's body. Itty
Yeah.
weeny, teeny weeny, shrivel dibble, short man. You remember that song?
Need a tweezer. Need a tweezer.
All right, need a tweezer. You need a magnifying glass. Okay? You need a microscope, high power microscope. But anyway, these are the men that are literally passing laws all over the United States to tell a woman that, guess what? Screw you. We don't care. Have you heard about the case where they're telling the woman, if you even have an abortion, if it's even from incest, if the baby even came from rape, the members of that family can sue the woman for $20,000 a piece. Have you heard that story?
That don't even make sense to me. I don't even understand.
Yeah. So what they're trying to do is disincentivize women from having, because they couldn't say you can't have an abortion. So what they did was they created a law to say that if you had an abortion and anybody had a problem with you having the abortion, they are now allowed to sue you for up to $20,000. My thing is, okay, you put this law in place and 50 of y'all sue me for $20,000 each. I ain't got no money. What, I'm gonna go to jail now? And so you're gonna put a person in jail. Like, that law just doesn't make any sense. Like you just said, Ali, it just doesn't make any sense. And it is evident that that law does not benefit the citizens.
As a friend told me before, Caucasian people are dying and they are in a scramble to do whatever they can to survive. They said if it was you, wouldn't you do anything you could to survive? So what they in is a mad scramble. They see that their little girls is popping opioid pills, and you know that they set out on our community and meth and mixing with the BBCs, and that's what it is. It's just a struggle to attain
What's
and hold the power.
BBC? Black Boys Club?
No.
What's
Google it.
The news agency is gonna come up.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I'll text it to you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't agree that the politicians should have the right to make these kinds of laws, because those politicians who are saying don't have abortions are the same politicians who are saying when you have a baby, we're not going to give you any money. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Exactly. It's that for me. It's that for me.
So, that's a bit Hippocratic that, they want to tell you what to do with your body and force you to bring a child into the world when you think you're not ready. And then when you're having this child, they are the ones also saying, we're not going to give you any help. We're raising the child, we just force you to have. I think that's
and then call your welfare queen when you do bring forth the children.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think we could do as a community to get people from having taking multiple plan Bs and having multiple abortions or having a child before they're ready?
Get married before you have kids.
But some women get married to abusive men.
Then pick your men right.
That's a lot more difficult than, it's easier said than done, realistically.
Yeah,
You don't know how your partner is gonna be behind shut doors until you get them behind shut doors.
Or after 6 years.
Let me tell you something. It is very hard for people to fake for a very long time. If you have someone that's faking for 6 years, that person, they have
professional.
they have like titles for those kinds of people. And there's nothing you could have done about that one. But most people, if you date, like, first of all, if you date a person for, let's say, 3 years, in the 3 years, you will get a fairly good understanding of who the person is, to know whether you want to live with this person or not. A lot of times, people are living together after, months of dating. All of a sudden, they're living together. And when you live with your boyfriend, there is an unlimited supply of romance happening. And when there is an unlimited supply of romance happening, there is an unlimited opportunity for a pregnancy to happen. So if you run to go shack up with someone who you not too long ago started dating and you think he's sexy and cute and he's funny, makes you laugh. So yeah, let's live together. And then you get pregnant. Then you did not do your due diligence. We have to do our due diligence when we are dating people because there are tons and tons of crazy folks out there.
So, Dre, you a fan of the 90-day rule?
That's regarding sex. That's not about like living together or getting married.
No, but about sex, yes. Like getting to know somebody first.
I don't subscribe to an amount of rule. Look, the safest way to do it is wait till you're married. Now, everybody have their own opinion, and I did not wait till I was married either. So let me make that be clear. The safest way, though, it is to wait until you're married. But in the society we live in, people aren't doing that anymore. So if you're not going to wait until you're married, they have prophylactics that you can use to make sure that you don't get pregnant. Now, if you don't wait till you get married and you're not using the things to help you not get pregnant and you get pregnant, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
My wife had to beg me to stop using condoms because I was deathly afraid of getting a woman pregnant or catching STDs.
Why?
Why was I afraid of catching STDs, Ali?
Or getting a girl pregnant?
Well, in the beginning, it was because I didn't think I was ready to support a child.
No, Dre. Go back to the full circle.
Sorry,
Go back to the full circle.
You want me to say because my mother would have beaten me, right? My mother and my father would have beaten me.
Education starts with the parents. The type of person you're going to be and become is because of your parents.
Yes, true.
The first 7 years of your life is your characteristics and personality developing into the person you're going to be. So ultimately, it comes down to the parents making right decisions and bestowing them onto children. So Dre's wife had to beg him because of something his mom instilled in him from a young youth.
Correct.
Where I ain't have that. My mother told me to get a girl pregnant when she was mad at me at 18. And I was like, luckily I knew better, you know what I'm saying? She was, I could tell she wasn't for me in a sense, you know? Rochelle turned her head.
Right, like what?
Nah, yo, my mother's a gangster. My mother's a gangster at the streets.
Okay.
My mother been beat by men, all of that. You know what I mean?
Wow. All right. Yeah. So what are our last thoughts? Lily, I want you to go first. what is your overall consensus from this discussion? Do you believe your body, your choice? It doesn't matter if it's male or female, transitioning. What do you think?
I do believe it's my body, my choice. Of course, my mother has a say too. I love my mother. But for the most part, it is my body, my choice, because what I do to myself, how I feel, it shouldn't be none of your business. It should not. If I want to get a tattoo on the front of my forehead, what repercussions happen to me is my business. It's none of your business.
Well, you will sleep outside. That's
I said, of course, my mother's opinions matter too. Why are we skipping over that?
I was just putting that in the atmosphere. I wasn't
No,
throwing
but I
shade to
was
anybody.
bringing back what I said. I was pulling it into the atmosphere as well.
Okay. Dre, what do you say? My body, my choice. Male, female, trans, cis, transitioning, everybody. What do you say?
Yeah, I do. I am one of those guys, and you guys gonna think I'm crazy, but I believe wholeheartedly in most of the things that come out of my mouth. Yeah, sometimes I'm joking, but most of the things coming out of my mouth, I believe. You guys, however, y'all don't believe what y'all are saying. Y'all say my body, my choice, but when a guy climb up on the bridge and he say, I want to kill myself, y'all want to go stop him. I say, somebody go up there with a long stick and push him off. The guy want to die, help him. Okay? So I believe strongly in your body, your choice. Yes. Where I draw the line is when you are making your choice affect me. Because your choice is not mine. Your body is not mine. So I should also have my choice while you have your choice. So yes, I think I don't believe in abortions, but I think a woman should have the right to have an abortion if she wants. Again, I do not believe in abortions, but a
Her
woman should
body,
have,
her choice.
correct, exactly.
And I just,
All the way around.
Ali, I want you to answer. Then I have one last question to ask the panel. Go ahead, Ali.
Yeah, is your decisions, I agree with Dre, is your decisions until it affects other people. There was a teacher of a kindergarten class, and she said, I didn't have the American flag up, so I made the kids pledge allegiance to the gay flag today. And she could be like, her body, her choice, but now she's affecting little kids.
Right.
Yeah. What did you want to ask?
So my next question for everybody: have you ever heard of assisted suicide?
Yes, I think that should be legal everywhere.
What is that?
So that's
That's
when let's
You
say
basically coax and help the person into killing themselves.
no, that's when assisted suicide and
Is it like when a girl says she has HIV and a man still go and have sex with her?
no.
Lose.
That's not assisted suicide. That is straight suicide. That was not assisted. Him go do it. But it's when, let's say somebody is bedridden. Let's say that somebody, let's say before somebody is about to do surgery, they say, if I go into a coma, I do not want, like, you need to pull the plug. I don't care. I don't want to live. Stuff like that. They're in a lot of pain. They have cancer and they're like, I just want you to give me the drugs to kill me. So they're not literally the ones doing it because they're unable to actually commit suicide. So do you think at that point in time it should be my body, my choice? That's for everybody.
Yes.
So you believe when somebody want to die, you should just kill them or help kill them. Okay.
Help them.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a kind thing to do.
Tell them about the misery.
My grandmother, she was saying 20 years before she died, she's soon dead and God soon come. And unfortunately, when it was time for her to go into the hospital, they didn't do, she was under that
Do not
that same,
resuscitate. They had the
yeah,
no.
those things like that of that nature, but she was planning for it from like 20 years. I always remember her saying, yo, me, I got dead soon.
Right.
And a part of it was because she ain't want to see none of no offense.
How she know what's coming?
She felt it in her bones. She's
A
like,
blind man could have seen it coming.
right. Yo, listen, they are trying to get, speaking of the my body, my choice, they trying to say that it's no longer illegal for men to sleep with kids, but it's a choice and it's a sexual preference.
I do hear that. I do
You know
hear
what I'm
that.
saying? So is
it
that
is
my body,
coming.
my choice, or them need 2 gunshot with a shotgun?
But
with a big
you
shotgun?
just said if it is affecting other people, then that's where we draw the line, right?
Yes.
So yes, Lily, you never spoke. What do you think on the assisted suicide?
Oh, I agree. If it comes to the point where I can't wipe my own self, just take me out. Like, take me out back. I don't even care. I refuse. That's you. Okay. No, I'm gonna stop the sentence there. Just if it gets to that point, take me out.
So you believe that once somebody is very sick and they can't help themselves anymore and they ask to be killed, right? Or assisted suicide, then we should go ahead and do that because it's their body, their choice. Lily?
Of course. Of course.
Okay. Well,
what about you, Rochelle? What about you, Rochelle?
I believe that I understand where they are. And I get it, nobody wants to be in pain. And if you really love somebody, you really don't want to see them in pain. And I feel like if somebody asks me and I love that person, I would do it, So I do believe my body, my choice. Yes. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And I also agree whenever your choice is infringing on my choice or my right, then it's no longer your choice. It's now our choice. And we have to come to a common consensus as a way to say, all right, how are we going to get through this? So that's how I feel about those situations.
I love that. So burn out all politician. I love that.
In the spirit of this conversation,
yes,
I'd like to say my pronoun is that guy.
Good night. And on that note,
yo, Lily, you did amazing.
That's on that note. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lily, for
joining
us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
All right, later.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to another episode of the Gwan podcast.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, we are already on YouTube. If you don't know, now you know for the second time. Please like, subscribe, share our videos, spread the word, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yes. And if you want us to talk about something that you want to hear about, you could email us at wagwanpodcast@gmail.com. WAHGWAN podcast@gmail.com. We're also on Instagram and we're on all your other favorite platforms. That's Apple, Google, Spreaker, SoundCloud, whatever you want. We got it. Listen in.